Hi, guys. Welcome to Finance Unfiltered Show. I am your host, Mercy. Today we have a guest called Charles Ruara, CEO and founder of Garage Mall. Karibu.
Asante sana, Mercy, for having me today. Yeah.
Okay, so tell us what you do, all about your Garage Mall business.
All right. So, as you've said, my name is Charles, preferably Charles J. Professionally, I'm a business person. I'm mechanical engineering by training. Uh, by identity, I'm born again. Before, just to set things clear. And so now, Garage Mall, it's an automotive business where we deal with spare parts and anything to do with motor vehicles. And so hence the name Garage Mall came up. So it's a different businesses under one roof.
Okay.
Yes.
Talk of Garage Mall. When I first heard the Garage Mall, I thought of a mall full of cars and garage. Do you deal with anything about garage and car repairs and mechanics?
So currently we are focusing on spare parts, whereby we sell through wholesale and retail. But the bigger goal for Garage Mall, as you've said, we are looking at now setting up workshops, now the garages, and anything to do automotive. Hence now the name came Garage Mall.
Okay.
Because a mall typically is different businesses under one roof. So yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I heard you said you are a mechanical engineer by training.
Yes.
Have you ever been employed before?
I'll tell you for a fact, but I'm not I'm not affiliated into employment because I've tried to actually, to surprise you, I don't have a CV because from the word go, I knew that one day I'll set up my own venture.
What inspired you to start your business?
So growing up, kama kawaida, we normally have quite some things we want to do in the future. But as growing up, I had the passion for machinery, to do things that are moving. So that hence gave me the urge and the psych to do mechanical engineering. I remember in high school, sijui kama unaweza kumbuka, when we used to have career choices,
Yeah.
whereby we used to choose careers.
Yeah.
I didn't have any other option but to do mechanical engineering. Yes.
Okay, when you started your business, did you have any financial knowledge about how to run it?
Wow. So I'll tell you for a fact that I thought that business is just jumping in, buying and selling. So to me, honestly, financial didn't really matter then until now when you enter into the pool and you now things are beginning to be revealed because I was not conscious about budgeting, uh, setting targets and all that. But as we progressed in business, most of our learning have been inspired by our mistakes.
Okay.
Yes.
Talking of uh, you getting to learn on the business, what are the strategies you use to, for example, how do you set aside your personal money and your and your business money?
Again, vile tu nimesema, when starting we didn't have those it didn't come into our consciousness about separating personal money and business money. So for me, I used to dig in as is. It's like a one pool thing. You see the like the insurance, there is a pool. So I didn't have a separate accounts for my personal money and the business money. But along the journey, I had to enroll to a certain class whereby now I was taught how to separate business money, and your personal finances. Yes.
Okay. What does financial success to your business look like? What does wealth look like for your business and for you?
Um, I'll answer in twofold. Number one, financial success is now understanding the language of finances. I'll explain. So, money, in as much as we learn it in school, the intellect part of it, which we do not negate, but 90% of our financial management power is by understanding our emotions towards money, because you will realize that money, you can have the knowledge about saving, but you don't have the emotion, the urge. So it first begins from the emotions. Are you able to manage your emotions towards money? How do you behave when there is plenty? How do you behave when there is scarcity of money? So when you are able to harness that emotionally, you are able to now have a good management plan, because it people say it is discipline, which I agree. And so that discipline is propelled by our emotions. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Talking of money is more of emotional.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Can you try to explain to us how uh, how you reacted to money or finances before knowing that and after knowing that?
Wow. So nitasema hivi, earlier on, there is that feeling ukiona do. For me personally, I used to think that it is a therapy. When you have money, that confidence that you have. And so I used to, this is what one of the mistakes I used to do towards the emotion bit of finance. So when when I was down, sometimes I used to feel like maybe I can go do shopping. It gave me a therapeutic thing, but it was actually it was mismanagement. It was a psychological thing, camouflaged, or if we can say impulse. Yes.
Okay, talking of psychological, do you feel like how you were brought up impacted how you viewed money and used money as an adult?
Very much, very much. I'll give you a story. This is a personal story. I was introduced to boarding school way earlier, uh, in primary school, Michinda. And so we were given pocket money. And most schools, we used to have canteens. And this money, the pocket money that we used to have, we used to give it, used to buy things well at school. But now I used to save that pocket money and use it. But that saving culture, I'll say it was not well nurtured, and I'll tell you why. Because you see, when it comes to saving, it is all about attaching a goal. You see, now when you say that, when you encourage people to save without telling them to attach a goal to it, they will fall for anything. And so that was my mistake, because while I was still young, I didn't understand the language of money. And so in terms of saving and goals and touching all that. And so, sir, it was like just a passing wind. But I had that idea of saving while I was still young. Yes.
Okay, talking of saving, now that you have a wider view of saving and investing, what are the strategies you use? Have you invested in anything like bonds, bills?
All right. So personally, I'd say that, you see, sometimes we forget that our businesses also are our investments. So one of the strategies I apply towards saving, actually, I told you that I had to go back to school. And so one of the principles which became my foundational principle towards saving is now the pay yourself first. I know you have heard that quite sometimes. And so paying yourself first, number one is where you save and you invest. So as a business, now mostly we deal with sales. And so let's say particular this week we have made a sale of 50,000, for example. So I always ensure that my expenditure is less than 50% or 30%. Why? Because now the 50% goes to savings and it goes to investments. And now the other 50, I break it down. I'll tell you one of the habits that I've adopted, still on the same, to the bits of even having a personal timetable for food. So I can tell you in my monthly expense on food is certain amount. So it helps you to have a pattern in towards your saving culture.
How easy is it, or how hard is it to create that discipline? How long did it take you to get there?
I'll say it's never easy, number one, because you see you're dealing with emotions, and you see the greatest battle us as human beings is the mind, and you see emotions are triggered in the mind, right? So if you are disciplined, discipline, it pushes you to doing the extraordinary, some things that are not even comfortable, you doing them. And so when you master to control your emotions and when you master to control your mind, you will be able now, it will be easier for you now to be able to have that culture. It's a habit and it's progressive. It doesn't have instant. It doesn't happen instant. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. How do you reinvest in your business? Okay, with the profits you make, how do you categorize the profits and the investments, and what to use and what to reinvest back?
All right. So, one of the lessons that I've learned remember I told you when we began that when we started business, we didn't have the financial knowledge bit of it, and so we learn as we move. And so, this is my mentor, the one who my business mentor told me that now, if you want to survive in business, ensure that there is always cash flow moving. And I'll explain how that cash flow came up. But the how we reinvest in our businesses is that now we stick to the 30% rule. Now the 70% mostly inaendanga kwa business. Yeah.
How logic is that? Are there times when you use more or you use less, or have you really stuck on that?
Absolutely. Sometimes, because now business is predicted by the seasons of sales. Sometimes utakuta sales ziko chini sana, and so we are forced to adjust. You see now, but when you have a overview of these are my expenditure and these are my bills, you are able now to adjust. This is where now we employ the fact diversifying our income streams.
Okay.
Yes.
When you started, you talked about having a strong faith in God. Do you believe that when you stop tithing, your business might go down?
All right. So
Yeah.
I will not look at it as a teaching, but giving, tithing is we pay, right? It is out of revelation. It's not out of obligation. That is how my spiritual father has taught us that tithing, when you understand the language of tithing, it is not out of obligation, but it is the revelation of who you're serving. All right. And he gave this story to even bring more understanding on tithing, when the story of Abraham when he met Melchizedek. So the idea of now, in those days, when it came to battle, a nation that was seeking help for a superior nation, they had to submit, and they submitted through giving tithe. All right, and that is now how we are replicated towards our God, because our God is the one who has, when you read Deuteronomy, is the one who has given us the power to create wealth. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you do to support uh, your business? What are the tools that help help your business grow financially? Yeah.
Number one, budgeting. Number two, tracking your expenditure, your expenses also, and also ensuring that your stock, in this case, your inventory, doesn't go under. All right, because I remember there was a time, you see, now we are wholesalers, and so customers buy in bulk, and so there's this particular season, ilikam. So you're selling, but you didn't have the consciousness of uh, so bringing more. So when we realized, wow, we don't have stock, we almost hit rock bottom. You see, because the business sustenance is more of the cash flow, the flow of the inventory, and so we almost hit rock bottom. But by the grace of God, we bounced back.
Uh, your business, you said it's all about wholesale. Cash flow can be very unpredictable.
Correct.
Yeah. How do you manage that to ensure you're not overspending, not underspending, you're just on track?
I'll take you back to the breakdowns. Now, whereby when there is low cash flow, there is we readjust. You see now, for example, most of the times we are mobile, right? And so when moving around, we use fuel. And so when we sense that this season kumekuwa low, we cut some of those expenses. Unakuta sasa we are not using the car. You see now. Yes, like that. And many other small things we normally readjust.
Okay. What is that one big purchase you made in your business that impacted you negatively, or that you regretted afterwards?
But purchases.
Yeah, one big purchase you made, or some purchases you made which gave your businesses so much losses and you took so much time to recover.
Personally, maybe I'd say it has not gotten me, but what I can say as a wholesale business, now, this, again, I learned from my business mentor, the first key CEO. So she used to tell me that always order for things or the inventory that are fast moving. So all along we have been dealing with fast moving inventory, right? So because you order, and then now the rate at which it depletes, it what gives you now even the decision to even add that inventory in the future, in your next order.
Okay. Okay, I'm sure in your business, your customers, not all customers pay in cash or instantly. There are those who pay after. Have you ever encountered a bad debt or a major loss? And how did you restore? How did you recover and keep going?
Sasa ndo tumeanza. So bad debts is a monster, because that thing, it is what actually made us to go almost to hit rock bottom. Because you find now, when you sell a product on credit, you see now you're trying to, maybe this customer, you're encountering him or her for the first time. And if you want, because it's a game of hunting customers. So what do? You introduce a credit. Unajiambia sasa, wacha nimpatie na credit, ndo at least he will be able to gain trust with the business.
Yeah.
Which is an error,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
Because now when it comes to kuitisha your pesa, it's like you're begging.
Yeah.
Imagine you're begging for your own money.
Yeah. The kukopa harusi
Yeah, so
kulipa
most
matanga.
businesses are falling because of bad debts. Bad debts is a monster. Avoid it. At afadhali, normally now we have this rule. I'd rather lose this client rather than selling to that client on credit, because I know what it has done. Yes.
Okay. What is the most financial stressful season in your business? What was that time you felt the business was almost going under? And how did you keep moving?
Actually, it was now the bad debt thing.
Okay.
Because that was the most thing that almost rendered us under. But now it was very, very, very stressful to bounce back, because now you find now you've given credit to quite some number of them. You beg them to pay you back, and they are not paying back. What do? You end up now kuchukua ile yenye ilikuwa pale kwa business to cater for other bills.
Yeah.
Because there are some bills always avoid.
Yeah.
You see, rent and all that.
Yeah.
And so with time kumbe tulikuwa you are deteriorating as time goes by. But I thank and I give credit to my dad, because he's the one who at least chipped in, so that we stayed afloat even as a business. Yeah.
Okay. Dad umeshukuriwa.
Kabisa.
Yeah. Talking of that, do you feel like your parents, relatives, or friends played a major role in your financial success? In what way?
This one, again, I'll say that to my father. He's the one that he's the sole financier towards the Vision Garage Mall.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Because you see, we've tried. You see, there are various ways that we normally say various of acquiring capital. But for me, I'd say that my dad played a very huge role in that, and so I thank him wherever he's.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, you have a business called Garage Mall. It sounds like a very big business. It is
It
big.
is.
Yeah. Do you ever feel the pressure to look successful, to maintain an image? First of all, guys, I met this guy in Nyali, Mombasa. He was a very chill guy. You couldn't tell anything until today. He shows up in a very good suit.
Thank you so much.
Imported one.
No,
yeah.
no.
Do you ever
Custom.
feel the pressure to maintain an image? How do you balance that?
So again, I'll share this now with understanding. You see, these things, whatever we do, again, we go back to the book of Deuteronomy 8:18. It is the Lord that gives us the power to make wealth, and so our all we do, it is by God's grace, and He's the one who has given us that power, and so it is a goal for me. Garage Mall is a kingdom business, understanding its niche in the kingdom. All right, because when you read Genesis 1, and that is where now the basis of now all things we do. When you read Genesis 1:20, and God said that God blessed man, and he told man to be fruitful, to multiply, to subdue, to fill the earth, and all that. And it plays a role, because when the language of fruitfulness is the language of now the skill that you have to add value to the kingdom. The language of multiplication is the language of now investing in your business to create impact in the society. Filling the earth in this space, it is building systems that goes beyond even our living. Because one of the goals that I have as for Garage Mall, it is building something that will outlive me. All right, a generational impact, and that is now the language of feeling the earth. Because even when I move, when I pass Nikki Dedi, it will still live, because now the vision that it has, it is not my own vision. It is the vision that God has put in us, and that is the language of stewardship. All right, not ownership. So I'm praying, whatever I'm building as Garage Mall, it is not a personal business. It is not something that it will die. You know, the African setup that we have grown, that we are all pioneers.
Yeah.
Whatever you create, it dies with you.
Yeah.
And I agree with that, because whatever my father does, it is two different worlds. And so that is the problem that we have. But now, understanding a community, now feeling the earth, and now the last place is having dominion. The impact that you're having, that is it fulfilling God's purposes towards what you're doing? Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I heard you talk of kingdom business.
Yeah.
Can you expand more on that? Well, how many businesses do we have?
So the context of kingdom business is now, like for instance, I'll say that now we all have different graces and callings. Because when we identify as Christians, when we know that we are Christians, God has put graces in us. The grace that I have is not the same grace that you have, because most of us we think that when we get born again, we end up being pulpit pastors. No, but the kingdom of God. Yeah, when you look at a kingdom, when you look at the kingdom, look at, like, for instance, Kenya. It is not built on only churches, right? It has business. They call it the 7 mountains. We have business, we have religion, we have all that, media. And so it is the grace that that God has given us to advance His kingdom. And so God can give you the space of media to advance His agenda. God can give you business to be a marketplace, an apostle or a leader in the marketplace to advance the kingdom of God. So, in a nutshell, kingdom business is doing things that fulfill God's purposes, even to people and also to His will.
Okay,
Yeah.
kingdom business. Okay, besides buying and selling and whatever you do you invest in other areas like land, real estate, anything else? Or is your business solely on your business?
There's something that we were taught in church. It was a business forum we normally have in church called the DBN. And so our Pastor T gave us an analogy on the same, the Java philosophy. You see, when you talk of Java, what do you mean? It is coffee, isn't it?
Yeah.
So what is that one thing that you are doing until it is established, that you are known for? Because most of us think that we are jack of all trades, but we are masters of none. All right.
Okay.
So to me, I think now it is now first off, I'm concentrating on Garage Mall. When you mention Garage Mall, this is spare parts, workshops, and all that. Now, I don't negate the fact of investing in other ventures. Now, when you have really mastered your space of investment, now is when you can diversify.
Okay.
So I believe that in the future we will invest. But first, we are building, because it's still a startup. We are still building. Just as when you diverse your money inakuwa scattered all over. Yeah.
Okay. How do you evaluate? How do you find out an opportunity, a business opportunity?
In terms
of maybe you have a new product. There's a new product in the market. There is a venture in the market. How do you identify that? And what are the strategies for going into it? be it buying of a certain spare parts, or how do you identify and how do you go about it?
Like we sat down again with my mentor. I've mentioned her because we are in the same space. So we realized, like, for instance, the online taxis, the Uber, there is a particular vehicle that they use, and so those vehicles they have spare parts. You see now, because initially we couldn't have brought them because they were few, but then now we're introducing such spare parts. Now we look at it in the sense of the cars that are now relevant in our on our roads. So out of that, we are able now to, and again, for us, we currently we have, you see now, when you talk of automotive, it's a huge industry, and when you talk about spare parts, it's also a huge. So as we have a niche, whereby now we say that we will be leveraging on suspension parts, service parts, because there are others that bring in engines, the others bring in all other parts. But for us, we have that niche whereby if it is suspension parts, we bring lump sum of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
You talked of your business being a kingdom business,
Yes.
and you're thinking of leaving it to the next generation.
Yes.
What are your strategies towards retirement or financial independence? Do you believe or feel like you will be working there all through, or are there time when you'll be transitioning to retirement?
Like I've said, we are building a business that will outgrow us. And how do we achieve that? Now is a place of building systems. Systems whereby now I don't need to be there for operations to go to take place. But now the language of now building something that will outgrow us is the language of systems. The systems that will be able now to govern whatever you have built. Yes, you could be the founder, but it outlives you, right?
Yeah.
The systems is what governs the business. Even if you when you look at the country, our country now, it is led by systems. So it is the system that dictate the motions of the business and also the country.
Okay. How has your financial success attributed to you giving back to the society or creating a legacy? Do you give back? In what way?
For me, now that we have talked about kingdom, so it is now the place of impacting people. All right. So whereby we create employment opportunities. You see now,
Yeah.
marketing. There are people who benefit from that. There is also the people who work hand in hand with you. You see now, because that is how now when you touch community, you're adding value to them. Because how many people are pegged to that business?
Yeah.
Our idea now is that now the system that I'm talking about, impacting societies, is whereby now when you understand that there are destinies and there are people that are pegged to your manifestation. You see now, because when you create jobs, those jobs are solutions to their needs. Yes.
Okay. What is that one thing you love doing in your business? What is that one thing you love most and
Loving most.
about your job in your business?
Interacting with customers. I'll tell you why. Because there is this connotation I used to perceive within me that I'm an introvert. And so even when it comes to spaces like church, the leadership, all that, it revealed something that was not there in me. So I'd say out of now, because right now we are the one we are the food soldiers
Yeah.
in marketing, sales. So we interact with customers, and these customers, most of them, they have different personalities. So you are able to understand who they are. I'm able to understand people because currently I'm interested in psychology, understanding the software of a man. Yeah.
Okay. Something you don't really like about your job, you prefer it giving it to someone else to do it.
Sales. Because you see now, we traverse the nation hunting for sales. So at the end of the day, it makes you feel burnt out, quite burnt out. So that thing, it loses. Sometimes you get to a place, let's say you've gone to Eldoret, hoping that you'll make sales.
Yeah.
You end up coming back with the same inventory that you went there. So it loses the motivation. But now we are coping. Yeah.
Okay. What is that one thing you feel people have a misconception about your profession?
You see, when you have a burden of something, it is only you who understands. If I can come and tell you that now, today, let's say I'm launching today the company. I tell you, I have this company, I want to launch, we deal with spare parts, and you don't know even spare parts, and even you don't know models of cars. So, you see, you can't understand what you're doing. So I'd say one of the misconceptions, even in most of our ventures, the burden carrier is the one who understands the vision. So telling it to others, itakuwa ni kama stories za jaba at some point, because they have no understanding. And that is why the best way to respond to such is by them seeing your results. Ndio utakuta sasa zikianza kupata fruits, wanaanza kusema na by the way nini hiyo uliona, hata mimi niko interested kuingia.
Yeah.
You see now.
Yeah.
But in the times when you are toiling, no one saw.
Yeah.
Yes.
They don't see the backside of.
They don't see the backside, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
How long has your business been running?
We launched from 2023 August, October.
Okay.
Yeah, that is when I began as a retailer. But haikufanya vizuri. And so I was introduced to wholesale business.
Okay. Do you feel like you get more respect when you tell people what you do? Is there, yeah.
So that's a personality thing. Of course, many people want to be seen by their medals, but now our idea is that now the labors that we put in this thing that we're building, it is what now amplifies us. Not as per person, but what we have done. Because when it fails, it is you who goes down. When it is succeed, the vice versa is the same.
Yeah. Okay. Engineer. Yeah. Our parents used to tell us so much on study engineering, become a doctor, become a surgeon, become a what. Do you feel like where you are is a contribution of luck, or did you work really hard to get there? I mean, there are so many people out here who have done what you do, and they don't have what you have. Yeah.
So I'd say passion. Because remember I told you in high school, na usiniulize nilikuwa na grade ngapi.
Physics.
So I chose engineering, mechanical engineering. But unfortunately, I didn't qualify for the you remember the cluster points?
Yeah.
Yeah, the cluster points. I didn't qualify. And so I'm out here. I'm wondering, sasa niko na option gani? Actually, with the grades I got, I was called to do a course. I don't know whether it's building technology or something to do with construction.
Okay.
So I had to turn down because I felt it was not within me. So I had to begin from diploma.
Okay.
You see now. So that now the reason as to why I'm sharing is to show now the passion bit of it. If you want something, go for it. No matter, it doesn't matter where you start it from. Yeah.
Okay, so you believe it's hard work and it's not luck, or is it both?
Yeah, but you see, when you read this financial book called Psychology of Money, there is that portion that says work and hard work. Sometimes it's not about hard work that brings results. Sometimes luck. So I'd say both of them work.
Okay, what does it take to be you? What does it take
To be me
Yeah, in terms of what has it taken for you to be where you are?
I'll say dedication, number one, passion. Number two, the grace of God has been sufficient. Number three, now the willingness to take risk, because when you look at now, for instance, now the business bit of it, do you know most of my suppliers from China, we've never met. We talk on phone, and so it is a place of, it's a huge risk, but it takes again the trust. You see now, because you can't put 500K on an account that even you don't know the person. You can't put a face on that person.
Yeah.
So we operate on that trust.
Okay.
And so I'll say the willingness to risk and also the willingness to do it. You see now, and the passion.
Okay. Talking of trust, is there a time when you were given a business and maybe your employee or you broke the trust between you and your client?
Hizo zikosangi, but I remember when we were starting, nilianza na hii moto. So I part of the marketing that I used then was the sponsoring campaigns. You remember on Facebook?
Yeah.
So there is this particular guy. I think he understood the business. And so I was so much excited. This is my first online customer. Nikasema sasa hata ni mimi mwenyewe ndo nitampelekea around somewhere in Umoja or Buru hapo. So I got there. This guy kumbe is a con man. Sasa yeah, and he played a psychological thing that I realized later. So it was actually a physical garage. And so I went, and you see now he had ordered for some bulk goods, you see. So I went, and he told me, now nimetoka kidogo, but narudi. Ama afanye hivi, peleka hiyo mzigo kwa duka fulani. You see now?
Yeah.
So then he told me that ukiacha hiyo mzigo hapo, kuja tupatane. He told me that he was a doctor then.
Oh.
One red flag. So akaniambia kuja kwa hiyo hospitali, ukifika hapo kwa gate, call me, and then I'll instruct the soldiers to show you where I am. And we did that. So tukaacha mzigo hapo. So we went. That it's a big hospital. You need a metropolitan or something.
Oh, yeah.
Sasa when we got there, the watchman, actually the guy was responding and he was receiving calls. Tunamwambia, we are at the gate, where are you? Come. You know, he alitupeleka hadi kwa the maternity wards.
What?
Tulika hapo for 3 hours. And then now when we realized the way, by the way, tuko tumeacha mzigo huko. When we went back there,
They were no longer there.
they were no longer there.
And that's how you were welcomed to Nairobi.
Yeah, Nairobi thing.
Okay. So Sawa, there could be a viewer or two who are watching and would love to do what you do. What are the qualifications or the trainings you need to go through? Maybe start from diploma. Yeah, where you start from.
Oh, in terms of the course.
Yeah.
Yeah, I began from
Diploma in?
mechanical engineering, now
Okay.
automotive option, because there are
Okay.
many options there. There is plant, there is production, and all that.
Mm-hmm.
So when you are done with diploma, you can continue with degree from now as you escalate. So if the passion is there, you don't have an excuse of not pursuing it.
Okay. What is that one? Okay, talk to our viewers and give that one piece of advice, or many if you have, for anyone planning to start an SME, a small business, and yeah.
Okay, to our viewers, the first advice: don't jump in. Now that you have heard that this business is marketable, this business has a return, take time, understand the business, take time to actually have that financial knowledge, because here we are dealing with not just numbers, but also even the management part of it. So maybe you're there, begin from understanding what is finance, have the basic understanding on finances, and then the willingness to take risk, because most businesses, actually all, they are risky. But if you're willing to take risk, you're good to go. And above all, trust in the Lord and trust in the process.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
Just one thing. There is a current unemployment crisis. What advice will you give to people who are just finished school and not knowing what next? Mostly from fours, and yeah, probably they have failed. Yeah. How?
So, number one, with the current state that we are at, the best thing that you can do is creating jobs, not in the sense of no matter how small it is, just do something, and also add skills in what you're doing. Adding skills, learning. We learn every day. Like for instance, today we have the AI, isn't it? So what we are doing, we are at least adding knowledge on that, having at least that know-how, because there's a time that will come that marketers, if they are not well educated to AI, it will be a challenge. Yeah. So having that skill, creating skills that can leverage on your space.
Okay.
Yes.
Where can people connect with you or support your business?
Yeah, Facebook, Garage Mall Limited, TikTok. We're also on TikTok, Garage Mall Limited. But above all, you can always reach out to us on WhatsApp. Can I share my number?
Yeah, you can
So,
share a number.
so you can reach us at 0724 876 904. Yeah, you will speak to us.
Come up again. 07.
0724 876 904.
Okay, sawa. That is it for today, guys.
Asante.
What is your last parting shot to viewers and to everyone?
To my viewers, it is God who gives the power to make wealth. So we all have that. We all have that power to create wealth. Number two, understand what you're calling. What is God leading you to do? We are not all pastors. We are not all into content creation. What is your niche, and flow with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sawa. That is it for today, guys.
Asante.
Asanteni sana. See you in the next one.